Welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Superfly Snuka Suckit. Yes, Superfly was my mother's maiden name, and so therefore that is my given name altogether. Anyway, so like always, I'm coming to you from my secret underground headquarters, and if you're interested, we're putting together a volleyball league. So sign up in the comments below. Other than that, let's get to today's deck. So here's the story. I was watching a video from Sonio from a couple weeks back, and Sonio is a deck artist. That guy, he puts together some of the greatest decks. Like, you know, I say it's not the best decks, it's the best decks for you. Sonio makes decks that just speak to me. And I was watching a little bit of his video, and I thought, oh, this is beautiful. It's a SIMIC MILL, so that you're just putting out tons of lands, which really works great with this Ruin Crab. You know, you get a couple of those out early, and then just the land dropping you're doing is making these guys into vicious milling machines. I mean, they're annoying normally, but just, you know, a couple of them out with all of the mill, it's just bad news early on. And then eventually you start getting into the Hideous Laughters, and we got then Lier, who can let you, go and get your stuff and start doing all that stuff again at least one more time. Plus, you don't have to draw it; you just get it out of your graveyard. It's great. The problem was when I was playtesting is that with me, it didn't work. It didn't work so well, and I'm sitting there with a whole bunch of mana and nothing to do, right? And so what I did is I dropped a couple of cards. I kind of moved them down a little bit. I think there was another card I moved entirely. Hullbreaker Horror. That's who I put back in here. I'm like, look, I got a lot of mana. I got a lot. I'm definitely gonna have 2 blue. You know what we need to do? We need to put out the Hullbreaker. So I decided to put him in there, and I think that that's gonna work out well. I think it'll be like a nice surprise. You know, everyone will be like, oh, very nice. They're like, oh, look, it's a Hullbreaker. Oh, I was really hoping for something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So anyways, let me just go through really quick what we got here. We got Fading Hope, which is a bounce, and you could potentially scry, and it's for 1. That's great. So it's a thing. It'll help protect you, or maybe it'll bring one of your guys back, like the Ruin Crab or something, just in case you keep him from getting killed. Neverwinter Dryad is a 1/1. That's all it does, other than the fact that if you got 2 mana, you can sacrifice it to go get a forest and put it into the play tap. So yeah, they'll let you get more land specifically. So if you got no purpose for a 1/1, you just pop it, get a land. It allows you to put out more land per turn, which is great. Ranger class says that it comes into play, you put out a wolf token, and then you can make it so that every time it attacks, it gets an extra +1. And then it says, this feels the weirdest for this deck. It doesn't have any purpose, and there's only 1 of it in there. It doesn't help out in any way other than the fact that for 2, you can get a wolf out that can attack, and allows you to look at the top and you cast a creature spell. Yeah, this I didn't even notice this. The first time I looked at this, I had no idea this card was even here. Now that I'm looking at it in greater detail, I don't even understand why that's there. So Jwari Disruption. What's great about this is that sure, it's a counterspell. It's blue. I hate it, but it is also a land. So if you just happen to be short on land, you need to put something out to help out a crab or whatever, or you're trying to pump up so you can get to that magic 7 for somebody over here whose initials are HH. Yeah, this is the land. This is what you're looking for right there. Here's another, something and land. And what is this? Look at the top 6 cards of your library. So it allows you to go looking for something. And most likely you're probably going to be looking for this next one, which is Tasha's Hideous Laughter. This is what makes mill decks kind of work right now, is that you exile 20 mana value worth of cards from their library. And the one thing you could do in here, I've seen in other ones, usually Izzet versions of this, is you have that double effector. So that way it would do 40 versions of it. In ours, really, this is about just getting to Lier so you can fetch things out of the graveyard and try it over again. But there's 4 of it. It does what it does, and hopefully you'll be able to get to them and use them. Field Trip lets you go look for forests, so that gets you that extra land. Plus, you can learn. Let's take a look at the sideboard. What we got there? We got Environmental Sciences, which is about getting lands. Teaching of the Archaics, which allows you to draw 3 cards if your opponent has at least 4 more cards in hand than you. Otherwise, you get to draw up to what they have. So it's about driving cards for yourself, which is pretty good. Containment Breach Allows you to destroy target artifact or enchantment, and then potentially put out a 1/1 pest. Put +2. This, I don't understand this one. It doesn't really work for this deck. I mean, maybe you could turn a crab into a fighting machine. Sure, whatever. Introduction to Prophecy allows you to scry. Not bad. And Mascot. This one right here, you can have lots of mana. This might be the thing that either keeps you alive or wins the game. So this is always good to have. The fact there's only one, I probably would want. I'm thinking maybe I'll take out. I'll take out this one, expanded. Here, let's do that. Boink. And we put in 2 of. Oh, what did I just do? Whatever. I'll take care of it later. So let's get rid of that. All right. So those are what you got there in the sideboard, which is what Learn will do from the field trip, right? We got Quandrix Command, which is a Swiss Army knife card, which you can do 2 of these and only costs you 3, which is great. So you got like a bounce to a creature or planeswalker, great. Counter target artifact or enchantment. Right now in the current environment, there's a lot of that going on. Countering that, sure, but that's icky, so try not to do it. +2, put 2 +1 counters on target creature. What are you gonna do? Put it on a wolf? I mean, whatever. And then target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from their graveyard to their library. I mean, maybe. I guess if you really wanted it, you could, if somebody has the stuff that they're gonna bring back from the graveyard that's just hanging out, you could always shuffle it back into their library and that way keep it out. Or you could take your stuff and put it in, but something tells me you kind of want to have things in your graveyard a little bit. Consuming Tide. So this is your sweeper. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control, and you turn everything else to your hands. And then you, the player, draw a card for each opponent who has more cards in their hand than you. So this is blue in action. This is the good part of blue, which is about drawing cards and bouncing things back. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Countering those people are the devil. Taking control of other people's enchantments or other people's permanents, the devil. The devil. Okay, but this one, nope, I'm okay with that. Memory Deluge. Look at so basically this is going and looking at, I guess in this case it's going to be 4, and then if you do it from flashback, it's going to be 7. But you can put 2 of them in your hand, the rest on the bottom of the order. So hopefully you'll find the stuff you're looking for in the top 4 or 7. Quandrix Cultivator. I'm always disappointed by this guy. He looks like he should be so much more than he is. What is he? He's a 3/4. And then when he comes into play, you get to go get a forest or an island and put it onto the battlefield and then shuffle. So he gets you a land, and then he's a 3/4. He should be so much more. I don't know. The art is so good. I just feel like it's wasted on this. Yeah. But he gets you land, and he's a blocker. Lier. So Lier spells cannot be countered. That is fantastic. It's a blue card that says, all you other blue, stop blueing. That is what, I love Lier. Lier is so great that way. He just basically is me in blue form saying you can't do the devil stuff. And then it says each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. And then its flashback cost is equal to the cost. So that means you can play everything in your graveyard again. I mean, instants and sorceries, not the other stuff. Not planeswalkers or creatures or lands, but instants and sorceries. And guess what? You got plenty of them. So yeah, you get another one. I mean, they just get to go. And then lastly, I put in, there's the Hullbreaker, and he's a 7/8, and he cannot be countered. And whenever you cast a spell, like an instant or anything, really anything, a creature card, just land doesn't count, I guess. Return target spell you don't control to its owner's hand, and return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So this guy is a bounce machine, and then he's just a 7/8 Herculoid out there. Herculoids, I love that cartoon. Going to Crazy Town out there. He's great. He's an in-game scenario. Plus we got Hall of the Storm Giants, because this guy, he's a man land, but here's the deal, he costs 6 to activate, which means you need to have at least 7 mana, including him, to use him. And he's a 7/7 with Ward. Yeah, but he requires you to have lots of land. Good news, everybody. You're going to have lots of land. So you're going to be able to get all those Sword Giants going. He's going to be out there doing stuff. In fact, there's only 2. I almost wish we had 2 more, because it's going to be a lot of that going on. Regular lands, we got some slow lands, and we got 1 Field of Ruin. Man, 1 probably is not enough. And the good thing here is that you can put it out, you can then sacrifice it, and then you get another land which comes into play. So with the crab, Field of Ruin picks up a lot more activity than it is. In fact, I almost for certain would put in more Field of Ruin than what we're currently flowing right now. So yeah, the only problem is that with everything else that lets you go out and grab actual lands, you know, you can't get these. They have to be regular lands, and we have, what is it, 12 of them. So we gotta walk that line for regular lands too, just because we gotta make sure we have enough. Because if we're sitting there playing all of our regular lands regularly, and then we get like a Quandrix, and we go into our library and there's nothing, that would suck. So anyways, this is it. This is SIMIC MILL featuring Double H. Let's see how well it does. We're playing against Jimothy 2912. Not a whole lot of nothing. I'm gonna mulligan that one. Even worse somehow. Okay, keep. What am I gonna get rid of here? Field Trip. Let's get rid of Field Trip. All right, we're going to put out another forest, which means another one of these. And we'll go in for the Dryad Attack Force, #1 Superstars. And here we go. So we need this. And that is it. As far as all that's concerned, can I pop one of these? Yeah, I can. Pop! No attacks. All right, we are going to put some lands out, is what we're going to do. We're done. What does this say here? Can't attack or block. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing either, so that's fine. Let's put out our land. We really like to grab something. Return target creature planeswalker to its owner's hand. Counter target after enchantment. See, I can use that more offensively there. Shuffles up to 3 target cards from the graveyard into their library. Do I have anything in here? No, that's not going to do me any good. Consuming time is a time for that. Is this an instant? Yeah, we're good. We're done. Look at me having to be a blue player like a sucker. Thinking about what I'm doing next? This is ridiculous. I didn't sign up for this. Bounce. Uh. In your face, suckerfish. That's what you get for playing against the Master of Blue. Tricksy shit. Alright, let's put out our crab, who loves being placed out. And nothing out there is too worrisome to be worried about. So let's go ahead and do this. That's it. That's all I have in there. Alright, alright. No blocks. Boy, I'm getting a whole lot of not mill out of this, aren't I? Let's see. What are we going to do? We're going to bounce. We're going to bounce. Let's keep him. And we win. In your face, Jimothy. We're playing against Animakai. Animakai is probably right. Let's see. We got a crab. We got a crab. Crab. We got the crabs. All right, let's put out a crab. Looks like he's got an IV up here pumping into him. Let's see, anything cool? Let's just go ahead and put out something cool. You're up. I'm gonna assert my dominance, as Jay would say. Let's see. What do these things do? Look at the top 6 of your library, reveal instant sorcery among them, putting up the rest. Let's try that out. Let's try it out. What do I really want here? This one always seems cool. This is the guy that saves my butt more times than not. Let's just keep that. We got the crabs, no attacks. We got here 44 cards left to go. Because they're so good to me. Block. Okay, if I put this guy out, I'll probably end up bouncing him back to my hand, and that is totally cool. Take action. And, no tax. Alright, let's see. Let's block that guy, and let's block that guy. I don't really feel like taking 7 right now. Oh, what do I got there? 5. Here's 6. And here's this. Let's save a crab. I'd save Adeline if I were you. There you go. No tax. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 on my next turn. Yes. Of course, if she's not, Hullbreaker's not going to hold up against Adeline very well, but I can always bounce, maybe. Ooh, that's not going to be good. I'm going to have to sacrifice a crab for that. Yeah, no tax. Unfortunately, I am tapped out. I'm sort of in a hurried state at the moment. I do have another crab. Here comes the Hullbreaker Horror. Yeah, whatever. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, yo, yo, yo. Oh, even better, even better. Okay, let's crab up. Pop this out as a... God, should we use it as a not land? Let's use it as a not land. That's what the Hullbreaker Horror does. Oh no, not you, suckerfish. It was good while it lasted. Look at it, I only gotta make it through 28. It would be really nice if I could get one of those consuming laughter things or whatever. Who am I going after here? Let's do this. Take the action, put it out in the battlefield. Do it now? And put it back in his hand. That would be kind of bad to a certain degree. Let's just keep going. Who we bring back here? We want more land or a bunch of creatures? That could be good after a wipe. No tax. Do I have enough? Let's say I got 3, and this is going to be 7. I got more than enough to do everything, right? Let's just play this one first. That'll be fine. And then I need to, if I'm learning, maybe I should get something that could kill something. Do I have anything like that? It look like there's just more land. And let's go for that. There we go. Oh, ho, ho, ho. No attacks. Can we hold out? That's the question. Can we hold the F out? Yeah, I'm sorry, crap. You're gonna take it. Block. But I gotta make it through here. Oh! Oh, guess who's gonna suck it? Guess who's gonna suck it? You are. Yes! Oh, the humanity. Alright, we're playing against Kurenea, the daughter of Purina. Makes a fine, delicious dog food. 2 crabs, 2 Hullbreakers. Alright, here we go. I like the crabs. I don't have a whole lot of... There's enough mana. Because they're so good to me. Interesting. No! Alright, there's another crab. And there is some millage going on. I thought I was getting 2 out of that deal. An instant or sorcery, okay. I heard a rumor that somebody thinks that Teferi is going to be made into a Phyrexian. And you know what? I'm looking forward to that, because I kind of don't like that guy. I don't like him. There you go, suckerfish. What am I up to here? I got 4 out of the 7 I need. I'll have 5 on my next turn. What's funny is these guys are not legendary. Well, I had that double crab was going to be so great. What do we got him down to now? 23. And let's pop this so we can get... Wink. Alright. The tide is high, and I'm moving on. Let's move to 5 there. Anything good in here? Yeah, Hideous Laughters. That's what's good. Let's see, he's got any like direct look attack card. Yep, let's just do that. Yeah, please don't kill the Lier. That dude is going to win this game for me. Let it go. Oh no! My crab's got to win it for me? No, I guess not. Let's move it along, fella. What do these guys even do? Yeah, whatever. They'll come at me with a 4/4, I suppose. What does this do? Return target creature to its owner's hand. Counter to the target player shuffles up 3 cards in the library. Graveyard in the library. Is that really going to help me out, or I'll choose 2? I need... Let's just throw out this as a land. That's fine. And we're done. That was a whiff of a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 6. I need one more even to activate the Storm Giant. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to consume, send in the tide on the next turn, would be my guess. He's got a lot of things popping out right there, and they need to all go back to his hand. See, now I can't play the Hideous after from my graveyard, but we'll see. I have to get through what? 13 more lands, or 13 more cards before he's dead. I need to get one more land. There we go. Do I got it now? Is that enough? Do I need to just Hideous? Yeah, let's do this first. I got nothing I'm keeping. Pick what you want. The rest go back. I guess I'm getting a crab out of the deal until he decides to like repin it down again. Oh, he's keeping it. He's keeping it. I mean, come on, man. You could have just played it on your next turn. You're gonna be surprised by my next play, dude. Surprised. Do I have enough for it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I do. I got 7. Of course, I can always take out Teferi with this. I think I have a stupid blocker. Okay, stupid blocker. I could pop him. Yoink. You know, I don't need the land right now. We're cool. And it's a land! Alright, let's do this. Fury! It's time for you to die! So I'm gonna hold on to land just in case we get a crab or something. It's fine. Am I going to play the same run next time? Alright, you're putting out that little dude. He's tapped, so I could just go past him. Alright, another blocker. Yeah. Alright, we're going to have to... Here we go, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Right, let me put out a land first. That'll be fun. You gonna keep my crab again? There we go. Sure. Yeah, let's put out a Dryad. These guys are the bomb. You're doomed now. My Neverwinter Dryad is in play. It'd be nice to get a nice cheap thing going on here. Yeah, I'm blocking. Pass. That's not the cheap thing I'm looking for. Okay, that's it. Pee your pants now. Alright, don't pee your peons so much, but that's fine. Oh, the humanity. SIMIC MILL, what can you say? So, you know, the funny part about this deck is I think the SIMIC part works great. The mill part, it just doesn't come together. You know, I tried playing this originally where it was just as focused. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just mill doesn't work for me. I try and try and try, and I can never pull those things out. I mean, obviously, I won one game by milling, right? That worked great. It's just, it seems so hard. It's like pulling teeth. The cards don't like to come together correctly. Lier is obviously the linchpin of making that happen. I mean, you play these cards, they go in your graveyard, and then you need to be able to play them again, because getting them out of your library doesn't do it. I mean, Memory Deluge is great, I guess, at looking for things, but there's only 2 in here. Consuming Tide is the thing that is saving our butts, just bringing them back. You know, and it's great because at least you're not killing your own things when you're sweeping, but everybody's got to spend their time replacing their cards back out, and that's fine as far as I'm concerned. The best thing that I added to this deck was Hullbreaker Horror. I mean, he hasn't... In the last game, I got him out late. They managed to pin him down with the Teferi, but that other game I was playing, he sent everything back to the bench. This guy was awesome. I also put, I mean, the Hall of the Storm Giants. I mean, these guys are great. I kind of feel like the land is a little wonky though. Maybe not. I guess you just need to put something out. You don't necessarily need to have access to it. It just felt weird sometimes, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not totally used to it. And definitely, I seem to get better with the deck as I played it. I kind of understood what you were supposed to do. And in reality, it's like get out a bunch of mana, just ramp, and then, you know, use your Silundi Vision to look for stuff. Use your Memory Deluge to look for stuff. And then if you can get Lier out, then you got access to all that stuff you've already played to go get it again, and either use it to mill the person, or use it to look for stuff to mill the person, or to help yourself out in whatever's going on. Quandrix Command. This card, I love Swiss Army cards. I think they're great. But this one, I had a hard time finding any purpose for. I mean, it's got a bounce, I guess countering, but, you know, the other things, I almost never had any creatures out. It just didn't really help. The Dryad seemed like such a joke. But then again, if I had crabs in play, which was hard to do, then they were pretty excellent. I mean, one time I almost had 2 crabs right off the bat. That would have been so nice, but it wasn't to be. They were good. They were good at getting rid of those crabs. You don't let crabs sit on the green. You know, there should be a thing. It was like, you don't let a Llanowar elf stay in play. It is nothing but trouble, and that's what a crab is. You think, well, it's a 0/3. Sure. I'll just get around it somehow. You know, yes, I'll lose 3. You know, every time it puts out a land, but that's not so bad. It's kind of slow. I'll work around it. If you can find some way of ramping those guys up, then they are serious trouble, and you cannot let them live. So altogether, I love the fact that I added Hullbreaker Horror. I think it's great because you're playing against this mill, And it's just like, oh yeah, Mill, watch out for the hideous laughter, blah blah blah. No more, oh, more lands are coming, la la la. I gotta sit here through all the milling, and then all of a sudden, Hullbreaker Horror. That is gorgeous. I love the fact. I mean, there's 2 in there. That's probably the right balance for this deck because you need to be doing what your deck needs to be doing. Hullbreaker is just taking advantage of all the mana you're getting for no reason. I mean, I guess the big reason is that if I had the Lier, which I did at one point, and then I had lots of mana to cast all of the stuff from my graveyard, that is a huge boon. So that's another effect of all that mana. But yeah, Hullbreaker would be another. So yeah, that's SIMIC MILL featuring Hullbreaker. And I think it was definitely fun. It was definitely fun. Yeah, on the competitive scale, you know, I think it's in the B+ rating there. So, you know, maybe you can make it better. Maybe it'll work better for you. But for me, it was just super fun. I would definitely play it again, especially if I'm trying to get my dailies and I'm trying to get blue-green or something. So yeah, that's the ticket there. That's all for now. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, I want you to have a great day. In the words of my people, word to your mother. Bye.